So far as I've gone through these tests, most of these kind of questions like this one use the word support to say like what supports the claim or the author or whatever. But just don't get complacent. Always read that. There are a few that I've seen that say weaken, so make sure you always start by looking at the question and knowing whether it's a support or a weaken question, because it's obviously going to change how you think about the passage. So we want to support the student's claim. Let's now go in here, think about the student, and see what we can get from this. Born in 1891 to a Quechua-speaking family in the Andes Mountains of Peru, Martín Chambi is today considered to be one of the most renowned figures of Latin American photography. Great, nothing about the student. That's why I'm reading it so fast. I don't care. Don't care. In a paper for an art history class, a student claims that Chambi's photographs have considerable ethnographic value, so that's a positive thing. In his work, Chambi was able to capture diverse elements of Peruvian society, representing his subjects with both dignity and authenticity. So, dignity, authenticity, right? These words reinforce the positive connotation that I got originally, but there is that adjective diverse that I would kind of pull out and write on my scrap paper to keep me focused. That's the student's claim. It's good, and it's because it's diverse. So those two ideas better be in these answer choices. Let's see. Chambi took many commissioned portraits of wealthy Peruvians, but he also produced hundreds of images carefully documenting the peoples, sites, and customs of indigenous communities of the Andes. Well, that list seems to be of diverse things, right? The peoples, sites, and customs, there's hundreds of photos. He's doing wealthy Peruvians, he's doing normal Peruvians, so that seems diverse, that seems good, and there's nothing in there that's negative. So this does match with my dumb summary of what I read. Okay, use simple summaries to capture what you think is important. Now let's look at the other choices though. Chambi's photographs demonstrate a high level of technical skill. Well, that's positive, as seen in his strategic use of illumination to create dramatic light and shadow and contrast. Well, it's definitely positive, but remember, we didn't write down anything about how good the pictures were. There's nothing about the skill involved. It's about the things that he took a picture of, not how the picture was taken or how well the lighting is or set up. I don't know. So this is positive in the wrong way. C. During his lifetime, Chambi was known and celebrated both within and outside his native Peru, as his work was published in places like Argentina, Spain, and Mexico. Well, again, celebrated, obviously positive, but the student wasn't making any claim about how famous the guy was. He was talking about what he took pictures of and that it was a diverse set of Peruvian things. So this is, again, positive in the wrong way. D. Some of the peoples and places Chambi photographed had long been popular subjects for Peruvian photographers. Well, this is a good example of what I would call main character confusion. Main character is wrong, right? The main character of the student's opinion is, what's his name? Martín Chambi, okay? Now, this choice is turning it into other photographers. It's not about other photographers, so wrong main character, and choice A is the only one left standing. And that's great. I didn't bother as I was reading the passage to memorize all the little facts about the guy. I just knew to pull out a simple version of what the student was saying. A connotation is helpful, and maybe an adjective or two to really capture the specificity of it, but otherwise, that's all you need. You don't need to get detailed responses here. The answer choices provide the detailed responses. You just need some ideas, very simple, dumb summary ideas to try to connect the two. And we can always go back into the passage if we need more, but most of the time, like here, you won't.